Hi, I recently finished my first game jam, and I've decided to make a video where I go through some takeaways and tips for next time. So what is a game jam? It's basically an event where game developers are given a set amount of time to create something that other people can play and rate. The events usually also force the devs to incorporate a certain theme or limitation into their games to encourage creativity and experimentation, and the theme is usually revealed when the game jam starts. First and foremost, let's look at how much time we have. I participated in a jam called Ludum Dare, and its jam version lasts for 3 days, which equals to 72 hours. So let's calculate the number of effective hours you have for actually working on your game. We count in 8 hours of sleep per day, which removes 24 hours. 3 meals per day, each taking roughly 1 hour, removes another 9 hours. Also set some time off for exercise, taking showers, walking the dog, bathroom breaks, and all your other responsibilities. Let's put that to 2 hours per day. That leaves us with 33 hours of effective time. This is the time we have to code, add graphics and sound, make the UI, play test, and tweak our game so that others can both understand and enjoy them. How do we make the most out of the time we have? Here's what I think are 4 of the most important factors for a successful jam. Prep. The days during the jam will be intense, but preparation will help you make the most out of the short amount of time you have. You'll be sitting in front of a screen for hours at a time, so having a good place to work is important. Make sure to prepare your workstation and remove any distractions or clutter. A comfortable chair and desk is crucial for success, both mentally and physically. Remember to also let your family and close friends know that you'll be participating in the event. This will help them understand what to expect from you during these days. Preparing food, coffee, tea, or whatever else you'll need during the jam will help you save a bunch of time as well. Scope. Even the smallest features take time, so keep your game small. And by small, I mean like Flappy Bird level small. If players can have 5 minutes of fun playing your game, you've succeeded. So keep that in mind when choosing which parts to keep and what to throw away when designing your game. Instead of trying to make procedurally generated levels and a bunch of different enemies, items and more, focus on making just one level super tight. This is probably what 90% of players rating your game will have time to play, so keep it short and sweet. Design. The prototyping phase in normal game development probably looks like this. Design, implement prototype, evaluate, and repeat. Do this for a bunch of iterations before deciding to move on to production with an idea. During a game jam though, there is barely enough time to finish a single iteration of this prototyping phase, so it is crucial that you are somewhat confident that your idea will be interesting or fun enough for players. But how do we know if our game idea will turn out to be fun? The simplest way is by copying mechanics from a game you know is fun and then adding something to conform to the theme. The LDJam theme this time was limited space. Creating something like a Mario-style platformer, but limiting the levels to a 64x64 grid, for example, would be a low-risk design choice since you already know that at least one part of your game is enjoyable. Doing what I did, a game inspired by Conway's Game of Life, on a limited grid where the cells consisted of different entities such as farmers, sheep, clouds, and more, would count as a high-risk choice that totally missed the mark. Planning. Failure to plan is planning to fail. Figure out what stages your development process will go through and time box them. An example of the different stages would be design, implementation, art, sound, playtest, polish, build and deploy. Use an issue tracker such as Miro or Trello and stick to what you put on there. Also try to split down tasks into their smallest components and put them on the board. For example, if you're making a platformer, the work needed for the main character could be split into implementing horizontal movement, vertical movement, animations, art, sound, etc. Following that plan will help you stay on track and hopefully finish the game in time. Those were the main takeaways I had on how to increase your chances of finishing your game before the deadline, while also having a great time on your next game jam. Let me know what you think of the video and share your best tips and tricks in the comments below.